Hey you beautiful people, welcome back to a new video on our channel Read Travel Become. Books are one of the best ways to change your belief systems and to massively transform your life. It's been almost 4 years that I have actively started reading, and the kind of mindset that I have now, the kind of ethics that I follow, the kind of belief systems that I have is way different. All of this is because I read some really good books. I read some quality books. Many people know the benefits of reading books, but they struggle with picking up the right book. This video is specifically for beginners who want to start their reading journey. If you pick up a really good book but it's very long or it's very difficult to understand, you are not used to reading, it can be difficult to complete the book and you lose your self-confidence. So in this video, I'm going to recommend 5 very easy life-changing books. Trust me, if you read any of these 5 books, it would make you think, it would make you feel differently. You would have a different perspective in life. I promise you that. So make sure you watch the video till the end. You may never know which thought or fact may resonate with you and change the course of your life. So let's get started. The first book on the list is one of my personal favorite self-help books. The book is The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. I read this book very late in my reading journey, but boy, what a book. Whenever I read this book, I always have a different perspective. Naval Ravikant is a very well-read person, and he has actually condensed all of these difficult philosophies into very easy language. The book is basically a collection of all of the wisdom that he has collected over the years. Those who don't know, Naval Ravikant is a successful investor turned philanthropist turned philosopher, you can say, and this book is divided into 2 parts. The first part is wealth and the second part is happiness. He is in the first part about wealth. He has talked about how he accumulated wealth and how he is a wealthy person now, and in the second part he talks about happiness. Some of the concepts are so hard hitting that they make you think a lot about what you actually want in life. So out and out, it's a very light read, it's a very easy read, but it's very hard hitting. This is one of those books which you can carry everywhere in your ebook format or Kindle format because it's not very long and you can easily search through some of the concepts of this book. The next book on my list is again one of my absolute favorites, and this book is not exactly a self-help book. This book is specifically for those people who have a creative life or who want to enter into a creative space. The book I'm talking about is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I've bought this book back from my home to the US here. That's how much I love this book. It's full of notes I've taken. It's because artists have a very different life. The artistic circle in which artists operate, it's way different from the traditional business, engineering, law, medical fields. In an artist space, you need a lot of mental well-being, you need a lot of creative soul, something to feed onto your creative soul. So she has talked about all of that, like how to be a creative person and how to sustain your life if you are a creative person. If you are someone who wants to pursue media, entertainment, dance, music, arts, in this space, to ponder over this question whether we can sustain our life, we can have enough monetary compensation for the art that we have. So she has talked about all of these questions. It's brilliant. Every word she has written, every sentence she has written about art hits you very hard, and I basically find it very relatable because I have been an artist at heart since my childhood. I really like dancing a lot. I have been dancing all my life. I like to play music, I like to write, I like to make YouTube videos, so I like to do a lot of creative stuff and expand my horizons of artistic capabilities. So this book is a breather for me. You should definitely pick up this book. You won't be disappointed. Her writing is very fresh and it's magical. It's literal magic. The next book on the list is again a book which I have recommended multiple times. Some of you might be knowing which book I'm talking about. It's a very small book but extremely life-changing. It has changed lives of millions of people. It has given hope to a lot of people. It has helped people to know their purpose in life. In fact, on the back side of the book, there's a review by Los Angeles Times which says, if you read but one book this year, this book should be that one. It's that life-changing. The book I'm talking about is Man's Search for Meaning by Dr. Viktor Frankl. It's about Dr. Viktor Viktor Frankl's time when he was stuck in the Holocaust during World War II. So he was sent into a concentration camp by the Nazis. So this book is like a self-reflection of what he wants from life, what his life was, and what exactly hope is. This book is all about that. The writing is so powerful, it will make you cry, it will break your heart a lot of times. It will make you wonder that how privileged we are, how lucky we are to have a life which we have right now. People have faced severe adversities, but still people have soared through, people have got success, people have become successful. So this book is very inspirational, and it will make you think a lot about your life. You would want to find that one purpose which makes you get up in the morning. This book will make you think towards that direction. The writing is very easy, again it's very small, but again one of the most life-changing books you will ever read. The next book on the list is a book which I came across very recently. I recently finished that book. I had some fresh concepts and a fresh perspective. The book I'm talking about is Grit by Angela Duckworth. Like it's written on the cover, the book is about the power of passion and perseverance. So in this book, a writer has written about the common debate that people have: talent versus effort. People always talk whether talent is important or effort is important, if you're gifted or not. And she asks a simple question: okay, talent and effort is okay, but what about people who have grit? Grit is basically not giving up. She has brought about a whole new perspective about only those people are successful who refuse to give up. She has talked about understanding how gritty you are and how you can cultivate that mindset of not giving up when everything is against you. So this book is all about grit. There was a passage in the book which was referencing Will Smith, which I found to be very inspirational. In the book, I'll read it out to you. Will Smith basically says, "The only thing that I see that is distinctly different about me is I'm not afraid to die on a treadmill. I will not be outworked, period. You might have more talent than me, you might be smarter than me, you might be sexier than me, you might be all of those things. You got it on me in 9 categories. But if we get on a treadmill together, there's 2 things. You're getting off first or I'm going to die." It's really that simple. So it's all about not giving up. Whenever life kicks you down, it's how gritty you are and how resilient you are to those adversities that makes you a successful person. So this book has a different perspective about everything. It's different than all the self-help books that I have read in the past, and I recently read it and I found it to be very interesting. That's why I'm including this book in this list. It's not very difficult to read. It's a little bit long, but it's very easy to read, and everybody who reads this book would relate to this book in some or the other way. The next book on the list is a biography. Many of my subscribers might be knowing I am a fan of biographies, and I have recommended a lot of biographies, but this list is basically a refreshed list. These are the books which I have not recommended before, I think. That's why I am using a different biography now. This is one of the biographies I recently read, and I was blown away by the story of this man. This book was recommended to me by one of my friends, Daksh Jindal, who also has a YouTube channel, and he also recommends books. I always look forward to Daksh's recommendations because they are very unique. He had recommended me, he had told me on the call that you have to read this book, and he is a fan of that book. So I picked up this book, and I could not see why that this book is such a life-changing book. The book I'm talking about is How to Build a Spaceship. It's a biography of Peter Diamandis. Peter Diamandis is a man who has a vision of commercializing space technology, commercializing space tourism. He's the founder of xprize.com, and he actively works with Elon Musk, Virgin Galactic, Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson. This story is full of inspiration. If you read this story, you are bound to get goosebumps on a lot of pages. He was actually a doctor, but he had a fascination of space. He was a science fiction fan. He loved Star Wars, Star Trek. He was fascinated to enter into the aerospace world, into the space world, but there were many constraints in his life which did not let him enter that space. But still, he fought everything. Even after being a doctor, he pursued his aerospace training, and he founded an aerospace company. He did a degree from MIT. Even after he was rejected to be an astronaut, there are so many setbacks in this book. You would feel, how can this man be so resilient and so upbeat? So at every adversity of his, he had a plan, he was passionate for his goal, and he made it through, and he made it big in life. This book is very interesting to read, especially if you love space. So yeah, I really love this book, and thank you, Daksh, for this recommendation. I loved reading this book. This book is a little long. I have a hardbound book, that's why it seems long, but trust me, the writing is so powerful, the story is so powerful, you wouldn't want to stop at any point, and you want to complete the entire book. You want to know what happens next. So yeah, this is a life-changing book which I'd like to recommend. So yeah, that was the list, guys. I've already made a life-changing video before also, and this was basically a refreshed list of books which I wanted to recommend. I hope you like all of these recommendations. Do let me know in the comment section if you have read any of these. We can discuss those, and do let me know in the comments what all videos should I make in the future. Lots of interesting videos are lined up. December is a month of holiday here in the US. It's a Christmas vibe, so I'm actually traveling to a lot of places. Let's see. I'm hoping to make a lot of interesting vlogs, so stay tuned with the channel. Do like this video if you liked what I had to offer, and subscribe to my channel. It really motivates me a lot. Thank you so much for all the support. That's all for this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.